Well, the movie's about. It's based on this a novel by Lawrence Block, who's a sort of very prolific New York crime writer, wonderful writer actually. So it's completely based upon the book. It's a very dark story. I saw the movie. It's really good film. Very dark, wonderful sort of New York film noir. And it tells the story of this private eye who's used to be a policeman, who something tragic happened to him, and therefore he became a public eye, a PI, a private investigator, and he basically is on the trail of these two serial killers who murder basically the wives, mostly, or the loved ones of gangsters, because they know that cash is readily available and they won't go to the police, as soon as they can. So basically, I play one of those gangsters whose daughter has been kidnapped, and he comes to help me. So I play a bad guy who actually is in a sort of conundrum, in a sort of a very human, life-threatening situation. So that was really interesting for me about the character. So that's pretty much the story, and he goes after the bad guys. But it's not it is a bit like Taken, but it's a much more sort of a atmospheric film noir, very violent, very dark film.
It's based on a popular series of books.
Yeah. Matt Scudder, basically the Matt Scudder series of Lawrence Block. Yeah.
But you always seem to play kind of a lovable bad guy that can be a pretty dark bad guy.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of Michael from the originals, or Vampire Diaries, he's a pretty. I mean, I don't know if he's lovable because he's so very, very cruel and scary. But in this case, I mean, this shows a sort of, if one can talk about it, this shows a sort of a human aspect of a crime person. He's basically a crime lord. And he finds himself in a very, very difficult, very human situation. Yeah, so it's a very interesting character. It was a really interesting character to play. I also play. He's Russian. He's a sort of Russian gangster. So
I know. I was going to say because you speak a lot of different languages.
Yeah.
How many do you speak?
Well, I speak 4. I speak most of the Latin ones. French. I'm half French, so. Speak French, Spanish, Italian, and English, of course. It being my other, my mother tongue, and my French is my father tongue. Let's say.